Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Streets of Rogue, released out of early access on the 12th of June 2019 and developed by Matt Dabrowski. Streets of Rogue is a co-op roguelite indie game set in a procedurally generated city consisting of several floors. There are 3 floors per stage, and there are 6 main stages in Streets of Rogue, known as the Slums, Industrial, Park, Downtown, Uptown, and the Mayor Village. The action is seen from a top-down view, and every few levels have a different visual theme. The objective of the game is to traverse each floor, completing a series of missions and make it to the final floor to overthrow the city's corrupt mayor, taking his place. This is the general goal of the game, but there's also character-specific goals. This is where the heavy replayability and gameplay diversity comes in. Without the DLC, there are 24 classes in Streets of Rogue. Each class has a series of different traits and vastly different playstyles. Each of them has what's called a big quest, in which you must complete objectives specific to your character before leaving each level. For example, if you choose to play as the Gangster Crepe class, based on the Crips gang, you must kill all Bloods on the level before moving to the next floor. If you choose to play as the Jock class, you will be given a list of random items to destroy on each floor, ranging from lampposts to fire hydrants to air conditioning units. If you choose to play as the Comedian class, your objective is to tell jokes to approximately 40% of people on each floor. You can see already how differently each class changes the play style. The game tries to emulate a real city and has a strange sort of twist to jobs that would be in it. So if you want to be a firefighter, the game will have you putting out fires for your quest, but also starting those fires to be put out. It seems kind of bizarre and counterintuitive, but it ends up being a lot of fun. The big quest unique to each character isn't necessary to complete a run of the game, and is quite difficult. But if you do complete it, you're rewarded with additions to that class that vary its playstyle even more. As the game takes place in a small portion of a city, what comes with that is the ability to interact with a variety of characters in different ways. Most classes can purchase items from traders, borrow money, bribe or threaten people, hire people to assist you, and even be healed by a doctor. This accommodates different playstyles in that you might get a mission to neutralise someone, and instead you can threaten them to leave town, taking a less violent and more quiet approach. Every time you complete a run, or die and partially complete one, you earn chicken nuggets. These are currency that is used to purchase additional items, traits, and modifiers that spawn in your subsequent playthroughs. These range from newer weapons like rocket launchers and freeze guns, utility items like safe cracking tools, and armour and safety items like bulletproof vests. You can also unlock new traits for your character through doing this. Traits are given to the player at the end of a level when they level up by completing missions on each floor. Very few runs will have you picking up the exact same order of traits, making each run feel unique and dynamic. By completing more and more runs and earning more chicken nuggets, the scope of the game's items and traits creates a greater environment of replayability. The game can be played solo or with up to 3 other people. Other players can drop in mid-game anytime, but they will begin at level 1. Most people who play Streets of Rogue are helpful and don't grief, but just like most multiplayer games, there's always a few people who will deliberately try to ruin your run. If this does happen, you can always kick people if you're the host, which helps when you're at wit's end. Streets of Rogue's premise seems simple on the surface. Just complete missions and make it to the end. But what really adds depth to this game is how many different characters you can use to fulfill this goal, each with a totally different playstyle and specific big quest. Some of these characters won't suit your playstyle. For example, I personally find playing the Doctor boring, running around pacifying people, or playing as the comedian and telling jokes. But it's okay because more than half the characters that are available appeal to the way I like to play the game. After putting in about 60 hours into Streets of Rogue, I've only finished the big quest of 4 characters, leaving me with plenty of replayability and different playstyles to tackle the game with. The game is updated very frequently by the developer, which has included bug fixes, performance enhancements, and even a small DLC which adds a few more characters to the game. It's currently around $29 Australian on the Steam store, which I know sounds a bit steep for an indie game, but the heavy replayability and updates from the developer make it worth it. There are so many possible playstyles, ranging from passive runs to stealth runs to all-out chaos. Each game you play will differ quite a lot, and this kind of variation will have you revisiting the game time and time again. As always guys, Thanks for taking the time to watch my review, and a big thank you to all my patrons. Catch you on the next one.